Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel and welcome back to Pine Cove Farm. We're going to give our tractor just a little bit of a wash here. We need to run it down to the store with our large trailer and pick up our brand new telehandler that we sort of forgot to pick up when we first got started with this map, but went ahead and contacted the store and ordered that in, and so just wanted to kind of hit the high spots off since we are going into town. Wanted the tractor to look its very best there, so we'll go ahead and shut that off and get back into our tractor here. So this is a brand new game day, and let me just reset my track IR because it's pointing the wrong direction there, and we'll get out a cab here where I can see a little bit better and swing around and connect to our Joskin trailer here. So I've had a busy few hours off camera, as I can't back and talk at the same time. You know, I think I will probably always be plagued with that. Okay, off to town we go. So I've had a couple of busy hours off camera, have done quite a bit of mowing off camera, mowing some of the verge around the fields and such, just simply because we need more grass than what we basically have. We need to keep our silage silo operation going and keep our mixing plant and everything running. So did some mowing, basically cutting grass, and then probably maybe pulled about 200,000 liters of grass, and then about 100, maybe 150,000 liters of hay off just the areas around the fields. Our grass field, while I haven't checked on it on this game day, I do know that the previous game day it was not ready yet, and that was of course late spring. So now we are into early summer. This would be essentially game day 4 for all intents and purposes. And so yeah, so basically we have all of the fields planted that we wanted to plant for game day 3 for late spring, so that's done. I got the potatoes and sugar beets planted. That was the joint use field that we've got. I forget what the field number is, but half of it is planted in potatoes and the other half is planted in canola. We'll go ahead and set our parking brake here and let the ramps down. We'll turn off our tractor. No need in that thing sitting there idling while we're not really using it. And pick up our Manitou telehandler. And yeah, I realize I use this telehandler on just about all my maps. And one of the reasons why is because it doesn't have the articulated front end, and for me, in just trying to use a telehandler, I will just say that it is possibly best if the front end doesn't articulate, because it's kind of hard to pick up pallets or bales. Not that we're doing bales on this map, but we are doing pallets. We are doing wool pallets, and that's really part of the reason why we're down here picking up this telehandler, is because we do need to get bales moved out of the way, because we basically don't have any space for bales. And we will see if we can lock, we can't get the strap to go around it, but that should be, I'll put 2 on it. That should be enough that it'll keep that telehandler on there. Plus, we'll just kind of be careful as we're driving back to the farm. So let me just pull up the farm map here so you guys can see what's going on. Here's our field number 16. This is our joint use field where we've got sugar beets and we've got potatoes growing on that field. Field number 8 was our canola field. We've already planted that. Billy Bob and I sort of tag team on that one and got two tractors and 2 seeders going on that field. And then right now Jim Bob is down in field number 1 planting that with soybeans. As our track hour goes crazy, let me do this. Control H, And we will grab a screenshot like that. Alright, so that is done. Screenshot is done. And track IR needs to be fixed again. And let's go ahead and go back to the farm. We'll try to go back very, very carefully. And we'll fold our trailer up and head back. So yeah, I forgot to put a telehandler on the map. I think I was thinking that, well, not going to be doing bells, and sort of forgot about the sheep. And so anyway, we need it. We'll turn our beacons on so we're somewhat a little more legal and head on back to the farm. Of course, once Billy Bob, or actually Jim Bob, once Jim Bob finishes planting soybeans in the big field there across the highway from us, then all of our planting requirements and chores and all that stuff will be done for this harvest, for this upcoming fall harvest. And as I said before, not real sure what the condition or what the situation is for the grass field that we've got, our big meadow, but in any event we will be taking a look at that, and if it is ready to be cut, then we will definitely get started on that. Sort of thinking that we'll cut it, probably cut all of it as grass, and then it'll probably be a good job for course play. We'll get a course play route set up where we'll get the Corona Big M and mow it with course play, and then have course play come along with the forage wagon, possibly the forage wagon, or maybe we'll use the forage harvester. We've actually got a John Deere forest harvester, which I've never used before. It's a new mod to me, that particular forage harvester. And may get that going. Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do, and have course play running tractors and tippers back and forth, and get that going. So that'll be something for us to do. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and stop here. I'll set our parking brake, and we'll unfold the trailer. See if we can walk up this ramp here and get in. Not the cleanest way of getting in, but it'll work. And that's good to go. So while we're sort of thinking about it, let me see. I'm going to put this under, usually I put this in with our wheel loader. I usually call that wheel loader and telehandlers, but that'll work fine for now. And we will go up and start moving some wool pallets. I think what we're going to do is, because really at this particular point in time, you know, we've got $200,000 in cash. We have no bank loans, so money is not necessarily an object for us right now. So I think what we're going to do is just put this in storage for now, and then if we have a great demand come up, then obviously we will take advantage of that. So let me just we're going to enable auto loading just to make it a little bit easier for us, because I sort of mess about with it, and it is a little painful, I'm sure, to watch. And we'll just stack the wool for now into this over this little lean-to shed here. Like that. We'll do a few of these bells. We'll at least get 3 here out of the way, and that'll leave more room for a few more, and then I'll do some of the rest of this stuff here off camera. I try not to repeat myself just too much, just because, you know. you know, I watch farming YouTube videos as well, and while I'm a firm believer that there is certainly a story that is told. I mean, this is an agricultural based simulation game, so obviously it is all about growing crops and fertilizing and planting and harvesting and animals and all that kind of stuff, and obviously mowing, which is one of my favorite things to do, is still part and parcel of what we need to do. But at the same time, I know that all of you guys are also playing this game as well, most likely, either in Farm Sim 17 or maybe still in 15, and so you're doing all this stuff for yourself, and well, your sanity probably starts to slip just a little bit by watching me mow for the umpteenth hundred time. Alright, well, I think what we'll do is we'll drive the telehandler back down. That's enough for now. We'll move more of some of that stuff out of the way in off camera. I'll take the telehandler back down here, because otherwise, if I don't put it where I can see it, I'll actually forget that we have it, possibly. And our wheel loader is right over here, and actually we wanted to go to the semi anyway, so it's a pretty good place to go ahead and park that. And of course we turn the engine off, Jerry. And we're stuck. And we're stuck. We're still stuck. Okay, that's better. Alright, we're going to get into our semi here. And we're going to do I'm going to show you guys where the milk sell point is. I had just been letting milk sell automatically at midnight for the first couple of days, so as if we were simulating having our milk sold by a delivery service, but I went ahead and put in the stop milk sell. That way we can sort of simulate doing this ourselves a little bit. And so we'll just back up to our semi here, semi trailer that is. Gotta pull up the F1 menu and then R. And I believe we have, get rid of that F1 menu, I believe we have some animation there with a hose that comes out. That's pretty cool. We'll fill our milk trailer up here. Looks like Jim Bob is making pretty good time on that field. Let me just take a look at it. Yeah, he is almost done. 53% soybeans, 78% fertilizer. He will have more than enough to get through that field, so I was a little bit worried about that. I have been looking for, and I can't find it, and I've pretty much all but given up on it, just because we're pretty much into just about, well, we are done. As soon as he finishes with that field over there, we will be 100% done with all of our planting for this upcoming fall harvest. And so, but I have been looking for an American style gooseneck trailer, something that would be sort of fitting with a connecting to, like, say, a pickup truck, not necessarily our supply truck since it has stuff in the back of it, but just a supply type truck, and or a non-supply type truck. Anyway, gooseneck style, American style trailer that has that is a supply trailer that has fertilizer and seeds and fuel and such. Now I know that there's a fairly large scale, large size sort of semi-trailer. Our good buddy Eustace Pharmer gave a mod review of that, and it's the one that also you can attach the sprayer. You can load the sprayer or drive the sprayer onto it. It's got this bracket kind of mechanism that comes off the trailer, and you can drive the sprayer onto that. Whoa. My track IR has been acting up a little bit, and I think it's because my little infrared sensor is not working right. So let me just check the big map here. Yep, we're doing right. We're right on. So the milk cell point by default. So something that you know probably need to know about this map if you're going to be playing it is that your milk cell point has already been configured for you. All you have to do is add the stop milk cell sign to the map, so you can pick up milk there at the dairy, and you can bring milk down here to this facility right behind the bakery. So we do have to back in there. So I need to spin my camera around, and I need to stop talking. And there we go. And I don't know if there's any animation here or not, so let's see what the menu is. I did this earlier, I tested it, and basically it's kind of weird because normally it would be like I, but here it's stop fill, it's R. So when we do R, we'll start noticing that our milk is going down in the lower right hand HUD, and our money is going up. So it's getting sold. It's a little odd the way that it works, but just so that you know. Now, you guys are watching this episode on, I believe, Tuesday. I'm not sure what day of the week or day of the calendar that is. I think it may be the 14th of March or so. But anyway, I'm sure you probably already know that Stevie has released what he is claiming is the final version of this map. It's going to be version 1.4 or 1.004, something like that. Most likely I am not going to be moving to that version. There are some significant differences, and basically from what I understand, these differences sort of came about because Stevie began playing it with his children, his kids, and himself, and because basically Stevie makes these maps for himself, for him and his children, his family, to benefit from. And of course he builds these maps based on his computer specs, and you know, he tells you that right up front, that that's the way it is. And you know, so anyway, he started playing the version that we're on now, which was advertised as the final version, and so obviously this same version is running on the Three Dudes Gaming Network multiplayer server as well, 1.3. And so this was the final version. Well, but he started playing this version and basically decided that there was a whole lot of features that he wanted to add and some things he wanted to change. And so the difference between 1.3 and 1.4 is obviously significant enough that you cannot, you got to restart your game. You can't just simply bring over your vehicle XML file. A lot of stuff has changed. The placements of buildings, some of the field dimensions have changed. I mean, it's a pretty major change, pretty major update. And so the amount of time that it takes to set a map up and obviously we are, you know, this episode we've got Jim Bob seeding soybeans, and obviously that's going to be done. Soybean harvest or planting will be done, and I would just hate to just don't think I have it in me to start all of this over again. You know, this is the 7th episode, and obviously I could do a lot off camera and bring us right back to where we are. And it's not that I don't want to show you guys this, but I just don't have the time to to basically restart this map. It would take probably a dozen hours or more just to get us to this particular point right here with the animals and the mowing that I've done and all of the other stuff. And so we're gonna obviously we're gonna play Pine Cove Farm through this season, or this year, this game year. We're gonna basically, with Lawfolds, when you guys start seeing the episodes starting on Wednesday, the 15th of March, that is going to be the episode that will be the first day of winter. And so we've planted some winter crop and everything on that map, and I'm probably going to play that map at least into the second year, the second season. But most likely that will be, for this map, for Pine Cove Farm, we'll probably just do 1 year on this map, and then we'll see what other options are out there for another American style type of map. I will probably try to, at the very least, try to have an American style map Let's Play series, and maybe one British or European, whatever sort of the popular map is at that particular point in time, or the new map, or whatever the case is. I've been watching quite a few TBF Gaming. Chris has been doing Let's Plays on the new Irish map that is out, as well as Shawnee B. There's quite a few people that's doing that. Actually, Reefy1952, Mike, has also been doing a little bit of playing on that map. And so, don't know, it might be too saturated on YouTube at the particular point in time that I start to come along to play it, that maybe I'll just do it off for my own personal save, like I have time to really do that. I hear people talk about they have one or two or more maybe different maps that they're doing YouTube Let's Plays on, and then I hear these guys talk about, well, I've got this is my personal gameplay. I don't do videos of that, and I don't have time for that, quite honestly. Doing 2 Let's Plays with the editing and the upload times and all that kind of stuff, which I've got a pretty good workflow, and I do most of my uploads I'm doing at night, obviously, because it doesn't really take anything. It doesn't really take any interaction from me to did we not hit the? There we go. Doesn't take any interaction from me. Once you start the process, it's pretty much does its thing. So like I said, my workflow is down pretty good. Editing is, I try to not edit a whole lot. I will edit some things out if I feel that I need to. I try to clean up things like, if I accidentally cough or sneeze or stuff like that. You guys don't want to hear that. And quite honestly, I know that some people don't take out that stuff. They should probably consider doing it, but if they don't want to spend the time editing it, then I understand, because it is a lengthy process to do it. But I just feel like I feel like you guys are kind enough to stop by my channel on a at least 6 days a week. I'm doing pretty much 6 episodes a week, Monday through Saturday, and you guys are kind enough to do that. And I sort of figure, well, put a little bit of effort in and at least clean up some of that other stuff. But you know, I try to leave all the things like me running into fence posts and stuff, because you know those fence posts, they literally jump out right out in front of you sometimes, and that's just kind of the way it is. But I'll leave that stuff in because you know stuff happens, and but I do try to clean up some of that other stuff. Alright, well, I'm not going to bore you with running another load of milk to the bakery. I just kind of wanted to show you this process, kind of make it part of the storyline, and most likely I probably will do a different screenshot for the thumbnail, since really this episode has kind of been about milk cells. But in any event, we're about 26 or 27 minutes or so in, and I will just go ahead and start thanking you all for watching. I do appreciate you watching my episodes and coming back to the channel each and every day that I release an episode. I am trying to release an episode, we'll pull forward just a little bit. I am trying to release an episode each and every day, Monday through Saturday, that is, 6 days a week. So I've been doing some courseplay tutorials, but those release typically in the afternoons, and I've been doing about 2 a week, and we'll probably try to keep that going as best as I can. Much of the simple stuff will soon be wrapped up as far as simple courseplay type tutorials. Get into more of the complex stuff where you've got multiple things happening sort of at the same time, that's all working together for a common, you know, project or a common task. Like for example, you know, a combine courseplay running a combine and either an auger wagon or a tipper, you know, coming alongside and emptying that particular courseplay driven piece of equipment, and then coming back to the farm, etc. That kind of stuff. That's going to be stuff that'll be coming soon. I just wanted to get all the kind of the simple stuff, the easy, that most people probably already know anyway, but you know, obviously having this material on the channel, folks will be able to come and learn about that, and that'll be cool. So thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. When we come back for this episode, not sure what, or when we come back to this map for the next episode, not sure what we'll be doing. If there's grass to be cut, then obviously we'll probably showcase that and make an episode about that. But I'm sort of guessing this game day might be kind of short, maybe only about 2 episodes or 3 at the most, because a lot of our just kind of looking at our stuff here, you know, most of these probably able to cut this field, maybe if I'm thinking that that's probably in this stage of growth here. This one will be at its last growing stage. Looks like tomorrow's game day, so we'll be able to cut that corn for chaff and get our BGA process sort of going. Obviously the fermentation of the silage, get that going, and just other odds and ends. So, but thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope that you will come back for another episode here on the Grizzly Bear Sims YouTube channel very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.